right. It's 6 o'clock. Karen and Sean will keep letting people in, but we're gonna go ahead and start. Since May's dish gonna take a little longer to bake. So hi everyone, my name's Yuanan. I'm an international student coordinator in ISSS Global Initiatives. So welcome to our program today, Taste the World. So today we have 3 dishes on the menu. Our appetizer is pan-fried Chinese beef dumpling, which is super common, popular in China, even popular here. I'm sure most people had dumpling before. And it's gonna be pan-fried. And our second dish, the main entree, is chicken baked in the oven. And our chef is Maze. In a little bit, I will have Maze introduce herself. And then the third dish is our today's dessert is from Germany. Eileen, she is an international student from Germany, and she's gonna make a very fruity pudding-like dessert. Anyway, I will have them introduce themselves and then also have them tell us a little bit more about the dishes they're gonna make. Mace, do you wanna start?
Hello, my name is Mace Omar. I am a secondary graduate student at the Sahi program, Student Affairs and Higher Education. This is my mom.
Hello, I'm mom, Mace mom. My name is Haifa Haidar.
We are from Jordan, and today we will be making our favorite chicken with potatoes in the oven, and super easy, super good.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I'm Eileen. I'm from Germany. I'm a second year master's student in geography, and I will cook a berry compote type thing. It's very fruity and fall-like and easy.
All right, thank you, Mace and Eileen. So we will have Mace started first because her dish gonna take 40 minutes or ish in the oven. I believe we have the recipe in the chat now. And while we cook, you can post questions in the chat box. You know, anything you wanna ask, you can post question in the chat box. So May's gonna get it started. And oh yeah, one more thing. So I would recommend you change the view to speaker view. So when May's cook, you can see, you know, everything. All right, so now I'm gonna unmute myself, and have Mace take over.
All right, so here we have potatoes. It's spiced with all spices, salt, cumin, and ground ginger, black pepper, and the spices that we mentioned in the recipe. Here we have the marinated chicken. We marinated that for about 3 hours. You don't have to do this step, but it's preferred, and it's super, super, super good. If you marinate it, we add ginger to it. This is our favorite add. It's like, you know how everyone does have their mom's add? This is my mom's add, and we do love ginger in our family. So the first thing, and then we have here lemon and garlic. Oops, and I spilled my garlic, but that's fine. What the heck? So we just put the chicken. And then we'll add the potatoes right now. Right, we have chicken, potatoes, super easy, super, super good. I cannot emphasize how good this is. You also have to preheat your oven before we start. And then you just sprinkle the garlic and the lemon. With that, I will show you how this is gonna look right now. Super good. Okay. Something to the moon. All right, so we have all of this, and then a little bit of salt, just tiny bit. All right, and then, well, my mom's giving me instructions because I truly don't know my way a lot in the kitchen. All right, 2 spoons of olive oil. We don't measure, we just measure with our heart. So when I put olive oil, I just put until my heart tells me stop. And this is how we do with every recipe, minus dessert. And then, you have to put a little bit of water so our chicken and potatoes won't burn. There we go. All right, I'll show how my chicken is turning. And this is the final look. Super good. All right, we will just cover it with the aluminum foil, and then we should be good to go into the oven for 45, 50 minutes. All right, we just put it in the middle in the oven, and then we have to, we forgot a really good, no we did not. We'll add it to the end. We'll add coriander, lemon, and garlic, and sumac a little bit at the end. There you go. Into the oven. Yunan, you're next.
All right, thank you, Mace. So now I'm gonna show you all how we make big dumpling. So I will turn my camera this way. Make sure you all can see it. Okay. So, well, I'm using my laptop actually. So, okay. So you can open the recipe and so it's all there. So here we have Napa cabbage. You can find this easily in any Asian grocery. Kroger has it too. So it's just Napa cabbage chopped pretty fine. It's about 5 to 6 cups. And then here I have chopped yellow onion, a little bit of fresh garlic, and then green onion and 1 egg. And then here is just dumpling wrap, bought from store. Normally I would use a white color dumpling wrap. That one we call Shanghai style. The yellow one we call this Hong Kong style. The yellow one is thinner, but they just out of the white one, so I grabbed the yellow one. And they keep it in the frozen section. So if you buy this from grocery store, you need kind of putting the either room temperature or just fridge for a couple hours, just let it thaw. So now it's ready to use. And then just regular 20% lean ground beef. And then here's a little bit seasoning. So I have soy sauce, and this one is oyster sauce. So this is a brand I like to use. If you guys have any questions, you can post in the chat. We were happy to answer all those questions, and regular salt. And if you like a little bit stronger garlic flavor or onion flavor, you can use garlic powder. or onion powder as well. But those we don't use onion powder or garlic powder very. It's not very common in China. We use just fresh ingredients. I'm trying to tell you how much we use, but really in China, if you know Chinese people, we cook very spontaneously. There's no exact measurement. It's like if you want more vegetable, you put more vegetable. If you prefer, more meat, you put more meat. Or even like Napa cabbage is totally optional. So it's really up to you. And if you had dumplings before, you will know there's all different kinds of filling. You can get beef, pork, chicken, seafood, or veggie. So it's really up to you. But the recipe I shared in the chat box, that actually is a pretty good recipe I like to share with my friends. So now I'm going to mix everything together. So this is going to be my filling. So just 1 pound of ground beef with 5-6 cups of Napa cabbage. Because my kids, they don't like vegetables. So when I make dumpling, I always try to put some vegetable in there, so they don't know. And then crack one large egg. And then just add the yellow onion and fresh garlic. With some salt. I don't think I put in the recipe like how much salt or how much soy sauce. It's really, I would say about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then maybe about 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. But it's also like up to you. If you like more salty stuff, you can put a bit more soy sauce. And also a lot of people make a dipping sauce for dumplings. So it's really, if it's not salty enough, you have a good dipping sauce you can use later too. All right. So, so really, here is everything go in the filling. Now I'm just gonna mix them. Wow. I'm gonna wash my hands, mix it with my hands, because that's how we do it. All right, now I'm gonna mix my meat and vegetable and all that good stuff together. I try to be like more civilized, mix with a fork, but I'm like, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna use my hands to mix it. Anyway, so just mix the vegetable and meat really well. And that's what I'm doing here. So dumpling is really a very common dish in China. Like, China is so big. A lot of people kind of feel like, people from North or people from South eat different type of food. It is true. But dumpling, I would say, definitely like a national dish. Doesn't matter which part of China you live, you eat dumplings. And especially during Spring Festival, that's our New Year. So typically family will get together, make dumplings together. Like this time I'm using wrap. It's from a box from store. But a lot of times during New Year, it's more like a family activity, family events. We will make dumpling wrap from scratch. The kids can help make the dough and make dumpling wrap. Grandma, they will just sit there for dumplings, and we really make a lot of dumplings. It'll be like hundreds of dumplings and put in freezer. That's kind of what we do. Yeah. So it's kind of like a dish we eat during Chinese New Year. Okay. And then today I'm using Napa cabbage, but if you don't have Napa cabbage, you can use just regular cabbage or even spinach or any other vegetable you like. It works too. Or if you don't like meat, it can be just totally vegetable. It can be vegetarian as well. So really, feeling is up to you, whatever you like. And I mean, today the main thing is I'm going to show you how we fold dumplings and how we cook dumpling. So today I will be pan-fried dumpling. Pan-fried dumpling has like a kind of very crispy, crunchy bottom, and that's how I like it. But you can also just steam or boil dumpling, which is super easy too. And normally if people steam or boil dumpling, they will kind of make a dipping sauce along with it. But if it's a pan-fried dumpling, not necessarily, because just by itself, it's really good. And some people even just deep fry it. I mean, that's not how I like it, but yeah. All right, my filling should be ready. Okay. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands and show you how we fold dumplings. All right, so I have a small bowl here ready. It has just water in there. So how my dumplings stay, the dumpling wrap stay together. And they just a large empty bowl here. That's where I'm gonna put my dumplings. And here's dumpling wrap. So I'm gonna grab a wrap. So it doesn't really matter which side goes, it's like, it doesn't matter, it's fine. So now I'm just using a fork, get some meat. And how much filling you put in there is also up to you. Like some people really like the dumpling wrap, love the crunchy bottom. They don't put much meat in there. Some people love like a big fat dumpling. They'll really stuff it. I would say just kind of, I don't know, you think it will be comfortably be able to fold it together, kind of put it in the middle. That's normally how I do it. And then just use your finger, put in the water, get a little bit of water and go around the edge. That will help your dumpling wrap stay together. Just go around the edge, kind of make a big circle. And then you fold it and pinch it together. So you will see now it's like this. This side has to open, this side has to open. Now you're gonna push it from this side and pinch it here. And now has a small pocket, small open here. You just kind of pinch the little pocket inside and pinch it. And this side is down. And this side do the same thing. Like in the middle, kind of push it in and press it right here, kind of pinch the dumpling wrap together. So now you have a small pocket here, small open here, and now you kind of pinch right here. And now you just have a beautiful dumpling and it will stand beautifully. So I'm gonna kind of show you again. Actually, I'm gonna make 10 or 20, whatever, how many to feed my kids. So like I said, the yellow dumpling wrap is thinner, so actually takes much quicker to cook it. And with the thinner dumpling wrap, I recommend don't put too much in because you don't want to break the wrap. And then when you cook it, it's going to be splashing everywhere because the sauce, the grease in the meat. So the same process, grab a dumpling wrap, put the meat inside, and then kind of put a bit water along the edge And now you fold it like right in the middle. Kind of pinch it together. And now the other side here, the big open pocket here, you kind of grab this side and pinch them together. So now you have a smaller pocket or open, just kind of pinch it so they'll stay together. Same thing this side, pinch it together. So pretty much what you do here, you just kind of make sure the dumpling filling stay inside the wrap. So pretty much you just kind of pinch it together. I mean, this way, you know, it has kind of like look pretty, and it will be easily be cooked because it has this kind of like a fat at the bottom, can sit on the pan. But some people, you know, doesn't care how it look. You can just really just fold it together. Well, I will make one for you and show you how that looks. I mean, it works too, tastes the same. It just doesn't look great. So I guess this is the easy way to make dumpling. So kind of same process, but you can just do the entire thing all together. Just kind of press it really hard. Just press it. I guess that's an easy way to do it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's also a dumpling, but this way is much easier because a lot of people are like, how do I make the bottom like that? Or, you know, but this works too. I mean, especially if you only boil the dumpling or steam the dumpling, the look of dumpling, the shape really doesn't matter. But if the way I did it, dumpling will be like kind of sit on the pan. It'll be very easy because I want to pan fry it. All right, so I'm gonna just keep making a little bit more dumplings here, and then I'm gonna show you how to cook. It took me about 10 minutes to prep everything here, you know, chop up the vegetable. So it really doesn't take too much time to make dumpling at home. Well, I should say, if you're not making it from scratch, you know, mess with flour and making a dough and all that, it really doesn't take much time.
And there's a question in the chat. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, great. Yes, go ahead, Remy, ask me questions.
Is there a reason why you put the wrap that was on top of a stack into the middle of a stack of wraps?
Good observation, because that one was a little dry, because I left it here, it was a little dry. So it would be hard to fold, to use it. That's why I moved it. Okay, good question. So if you watch Chinese movie, see people, you know, gather around together, make dumpling during New Year time, you will see, you know, there's one table, people making dumpling wrap, and we will use not wet towel, more like a damp towel, kind of cover the dough. I guess people bake, you probably do that too, you know, make sure the dumpling wrap doesn't get dry. You can still easily use it to fold things. Yeah, if you have more questions, feel free to send a question in the chat box. I'm sure Eileen or someone gonna let me know there's a question. One thing I will kind of want to mention again is if you pan fry your dumpling, just make sure you fold it really well, because if it does, when you cook it, you know, because it will just, when the sauce is cooked, the juice get in the pan, which is kind of splashing everywhere. So just make sure fold it good. And then actually when it's cooked, actually it's pretty juicy inside. Well, most dumpling you buy from a frozen store or restaurant, actually it's not very juicy. It's not great. But napa cabbage, it has a lot of juice naturally. That's why I like to use napa cabbage. And also I like to use 80% lean beef, or sometimes even 73%, because it has to be more fat. Okay. I'm just gonna make a few more, then show you how to cook. And I would recommend to use non-stick pan because it just doesn't stick. Okay, I guess last one. I love cooking. Sometimes, like I would joke about it. I want to open a dumpling shop. I mean, it's not really a joke about it. I've even talked to my husband, yeah, even my mom many times, like maybe I should open a dumpling shop because I just love making dumplings, spring roll, that kind of stuff. And it's so easy. Anyway, so here's all the dumpling I just folded, made here. Now I'm going to show you how I'm going to cook it. So I'm going to move my laptop to the other side of the kitchen. Sure, you guys can see it. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on. Just a large nonstick pan. Turn on like a medium heat. And then I'm gonna grease the pan with 1, maybe 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Make sure you cover the bottom, but it's not like too much. Make sure as long as enough is good. And I don't know if you can see how much I have here. I don't know why the light is weird, like blue color. Anyway. So I'm just gonna heat up the pan and a little bit oil in there. A little bit more. All right. Now I'm gonna get my dumpling. I'm just gonna wait like 30 seconds or so till it's kind of like you can feel a little bit of a heat. Yep. And then we just kind of put the dumpling in the pan. The cooking instruction is in the recipe as well. So you will see, you know, this dumpling they can see nicely, but this one, like the way I made it easy way, it would be just kind of flavier, but that's fine, you know, tastes the same. All right, I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, just to cook the bottom. I'm gonna turn the heat up a little bit higher. So you will see it. But make sure when you put dumplings in there, it's like one layer. Don't have them stack up on each other because they need to touch the pan so you can see the bottom, so it will be crispy. So now I can see it's kind of start cooking the bottom now. And then I have about a cup of water here. Then later I would just add about half cup of water in there. I mean, if you have more dumplings, like And if you use thicker dumpling wrap, the white one, sometimes I even use a 1 cup of water. I mean, if it's too much water later when you cook, you can always dump it out when you can tell the dumpling's cooked. So right now, the oil just kind of fry the bottom of the dumpling. So I will kind of let it cook for like a minute or two, kind of just seal the bottom. So just kind of let the bottom cook. It will be a little bit of a gold color, I guess.
There's another question I'm going to read to you from Aaron Waller. What's your favorite kind of sauce to make for other dumplings?
What's my favorite sauce for dumpling?
Yes.
I like rice vinegar and sesame oil and then soy sauce. That 3 things is what I use. My favorite one. Vinegar is very common dumpling dipping, and soy sauce as well. And you can actually buy just a dumpling dipping sauce from Asian store. They have that made already. Anyway, so now I kind of feel like the bottom is a little bit cooked. So now I'm gonna put about half a cup of water in there and then cover it, let it cook. So right now it has water and oil in there. So actually it's gonna be loud. So the water pretty much gonna, the steam gonna cook the dumpling itself. And then when the water is all gone, then it will be only oil left, and the oil gonna cook the bottom of the dumpling again, make it super crispy.